Welcome back to another Kitchen Table Wargaming Battle Report. Today is going to be an incursion mission, except we're not using the full 1,000 points. We're going with 860. This is going to be a spicy little battle that could be very short because we have the Deathwatch being run by Jaden versus the Drukhari. Yes, it is Drukhari, not Yanari, but there is a Yanari character involved. This is the battlefield. We're playing center ground. And for those that do not know, the two middle objectives or the center objectives, if you choose the mission-specific secondary, count for 3 points if you control them at the end of your command phase, 5 if you control both, but you have to do an action to do that. So it's sacrificing some utility from your units, and then each player has one objective marker right on their deployment zone line. You have the angle deployment zone, so this section is 1, and then mirror image on the other side over there. I think that's all that needs to be said about that. So that's the battlefield. Talk about the armies right quick. For the Drukhari, we have a Prophets of Flesh Coven with a squad of Racks. Homunculus, he has a Vexator Mask, and 3 Talos in a unit running with Haywire Blasters. There's nothing special with the Racks. Oh, the Homunculus does have the Flesh Gauntlet as well. The second patrol is the Incarn. He is the Warlord, or it is the Warlord, whatever you want to say. And there's a squad of Cabalite Warriors to make it a legitimate patrol. It's kind of funny. The Cabalite Warriors do have one blaster. The, can't think of his name, Sybarite has the blast pistol, and everybody else has the splinter rifles. That's that. So that's 860 points of fun. We'll see how it plays, hoping that the durability can help offset a little bit from the Deathwatch.
Got lots of fun guns.
They have lots of fun guns. That's an understatement. So we have a Corvus Blackstar. We have a Venerable Dreadnought, Assault Cannon, Heavy Flamer, Combat Arm. We got a Watchmaster. He's the Warlord. He has the Relic Sword.
He has a relic blade, the armor Indomitus, and a master-crafted bolt gun.
2 kill teams behind that. So there's a Terminator in the back, does have a Cyclone missile launcher. But these boys are fresh out the box, so we're gonna have a good time playing with them, seeing how they go. So that's the only guy that's not modeled with what he has. Everybody else is exactly as they appear. So this squad, you've got a dude with a sword, combi. Is that a combi melta? Plasma?
Yeah,
so it's a plasma.
Yeah, this squad is a combi plasma and power sword. Everybody else has Deathwatch bolt guns, except for this homeboy who has an Infernus heavy bolter.
No, thank you.
All of these guys have chain swords, and I just realized he's missing a power pack.
Oh, for shame. He's fired.
And then he has a storm shield.
Yes, the storm shield.
This squad is...
This squad, the scary one.
This is the scary squad. This is the drop down and kick you in the butt squad.
Thanks.
These two have frag cannons. This sergeant has a power sword and a combi melta, and then these 3 guys in the back have Deathwatch shotguns.
You got your Vanguard vet.
Yes, this Vanguard veteran has 2 chain swords.
It's going to be intriguing. The Corvus is modeled as is, so he's got the Hurricane Bolter, he's got the las cannons, and the Storm Strike missiles. Yeah.
Also has an Auspex array.
Oh yeah, and the Auspex array. So, have no idea what this is going to look like. This will be a fun game. We'll see what can happen. Those are our 2 armies, and we're finishing picking secondaries. We'll deploy, and we'll come back at the end of the turn 1. Oh, actually, we'll come back to do the roll-off. And we are back. We have deployed the Drukhari. They are back here in the corner, hiding mostly out of line of sight. This Watchmaster and the Dreadnought are up here in the front. Corvus is right in kind of the center.
Watch Captain.
Sorry, Watch Captain. That is the difference. And then the one squad back here rocking the Terminator, the Storm Shield, Infernus Heavy Bolter. They're back there in the corner holding onto that objective. So this will be intriguing. Both of us, no, not both of us. I took Bring It Down, so I would like to kill those boats, Line Breaker, and one other one that seems to have eluded me. And then Jaden has taken Grind Them Down, which makes sense, and 2 of the Deathwatch ones, right? So you had the Suffer Not the Alien, so every alien unit he kills, he gets a point. I took Deploy Scramblers, that was my third one. And then he also has...
I took Line Breaker as well.
Line Breaker, that's right.
Grind them down.
Sorry. It was one specific to Deathwatch, and then Line Breaker and Grind them down. Which, you know, I think both armies have some that are relatively doable. But his might be more doable. We'll see. So here goes the grand roll-off. This is the important one. I rolled a 2. How exciting. And a 4. Would you like to go first, sir?
I would.
Oh, that's a shame. All right, we'll be back at the end of Deathwatch, turn 1. The end of Deathwatch turn 1. Mr. Corvus shoots over here, does some shooting, kills a couple of racks. The combined firepower of Mr. Dreadnought and the Corvus did wound the Talos, took 4 wounds off. These guys back here shuffled into the building, got some line of sight, gives them light cover. They did shoot at the Talos, but I don't remember if I think they might have actually taken a wound off. And then I think it was your Storm Strike missile that took another 3 wounds off the Talos. Either way, the Talos took the brunt of it. Suffered a whole bunch of hits and not as many wounds. I was very delighted and happy. I might have danced a little bit. Jaden wasn't as impressed. And we also realized we made a flub on secondaries for Jaden. You can't have Grind Them Down and Suffer Not the Alien. They're the same category. So he switched Suffer Not the Alien to Cull Order, the one where you alternate choosing battlefield roles, and then he gets points for killing them. Well, as it turns out, I have a grand total of 3 battlefield rolls. So everything in my army getting killed, which also works with Grind Them Down, means he gets extra points. I'm not impressed. So we'll see what happens. Drukhari, turn 1 coming up. Okay, the end of the turn for the Drukhari. We ran away from the Corvus, even though we know it's about to unload nasty stuff in a minute and probably get Linebreaker unless we can really be lucky. We came over here. Incarn failed the charge because even though it flies, you still have to measure all the distances up and down, and it rolled a 4, it was just short, and rolled a 3 on the command point reroll, so didn't make it into the watch captain.
Linebreaker excludes aircraft.
Oh, it does. That's good for me.
Yep, that's the plan with those two.
Yeah, the watch captain over there was almost there, but then we charged with the Talos. We shot and wounded it, took 5 wounds off in the shooting with Haywire, and then charged it and really killed it in combat. Then the way we piled in to touch Mr. Watch Captain, and this Talos killed him. Oh, the Incarn did a smite. So the Incarn took 2 wounds off with a smite, and then the Talos did 4 wounds, which was exactly enough. Even with the cool 3-up invulnerable save. It was a dark day for the Deathwatch on this one section of the board. And we scored 2 points for Bring It Down. So it's now 2-0 at the end of battle round 1. But this Corvus has a gift to deliver, and I'm not excited about that. So yeah, there's we did spend a lot of command points. I spent 1 in the beginning of my turn to heal the wounded Talos up to 5. And then spent 2 on Torture's Craft to reroll the failed wound rolls in the fight phase, which made a big difference, actually. Was pretty important. So I've lost a lot of command points, but we did some work with them, so I think it was worth it. So we'll be back after Deathwatch turn 2. So we are at the end of Deathwatch turn 2. Disembarkation, hover mode. Homunculus is dead. The Racks and Cavalites are the same. Incarn took 3 wounds. We lost. The one wounded Talos was really great. He had 2 wounds left. He rolled d6 damage of 2, and I saved both from Power from Pain. And then his second one was 6 damage, so that was cool for me. And then all these guys up on the bunker, they did some shooting and took wounds off of this Talos. So that's where we stand at the end of turn 2 for the Deathwatch. 1 unit was killed, so we were just discussing how many points you get in Cull Order. So he gets 5 points for having killed an HQ. And then the Deathwatch, the Drukhari will strike back. We'll see if we can get some more work done. He got 5 points for primary in the last turn as well.
Cull Order, I get 5 points for killing all of the battlefield roll.
Oh, so you don't have 5 yet.
I don't get the 5 until I kill the Incarn.
Until the Incarn goes down. Okay, well that's gooder for me. All right, so we'll come back at the end of Drukhari, turn 2. We are here at the end of the Drukhari, turn 2. The Incarn is making me very, very sad. He has been able to cast Ancestor's Grace to reroll 1s against targets, which was on the Black Star. It helped a little. Actually, I don't know if we even had to reroll 1s, but the Black Star is down to 3 wounds left. So Haywire, a blaster shot, it was good. Over here, we did a wound. Amazing. I mean, what else do you expect? And that was from Smite, so that's that. And then this rolled a 2 for his charge. He only needed like a 4, rolled a 2, and I'd spent all my command points to use Black Cornucopians to send the racks over here so they could get deploy scramblers one more time in the enemy deployment zone, and then that was that. So can't believe he failed the charge. I'm so sad. He hasn't made a charge yet in this game. Talos made a charge and then only wounded 1 time out of 7. That was very disappointing as well. So the Corvus is still here, but it's pretty hurt. These guys are here hanging out, doing a lot of shooting. Then, I mean, that's it. I did score 15 on primaries, which was pretty cool because I held 2, and that was 1 more than Mr. Jaden. So I got the max on that. That's it. So I will be back after Deathwatch turn 3. Okay, Deathwatch turn 3 is done. The teleport homer was used. It was pretty nifty. We had a lot of time reading about how that all works, but these guys popped over here, so they got line breaker for some points on that. These guys came up, shot everybody that was in here. They're dead. I mean, they're just poor little cavalry warriors. I don't know why I had to pick on them.
Killed them with just the Worm's Breath shells.
Yeah, but those are that's Worm's Breath is dirty. These guys shot the Incarnate, killed it. Not surprising. The Black Star did shoot, didn't do anything, and then the Talos get to fight first in that activation and removed it. So I was happy about that. So my racks are still back there. That's now empty. And so we're down to each of us having 2 units left on the table. It's pretty interesting, but his 2 units are a lot dirtier than my 2 units, so not real sure if that's going to be any good for me or not, but we'll come back at the end of Drukhari turn 2. Be a quick turn. End of the Drukhari turn. Wild stuff happened over here. Massive charge roll. Talos went around to get in the way of this kill team over here, killed all but 1. I think he rolled 4 saves. He rolled 2 in a row for the last guy at the end of it. But the macro scalpels did the business on the rest of that squad. This squad, I think we killed 1 with Haywire. No, we hurt 1. I don't even know if we hurt him.
No, we didn't. We didn't even hurt him. Guy. He made the save.
Just tickled him and he left. So that was that. Over here, the racks advanced and ran forward to get behind the building or the mountain thing, trying to get out of line of sight a little bit. Not quite in range of that objective marker. So currently, I'm winning on points, but it's dicey. Oh, and Mr. Hero right here rolled a 1 for his morale. It was amazing. He pretty much needed a 1, and that's what he got. So it was really cool. Angel. Indeed, it does, and he did
no matter what.
In Overwatch and combat, dropped this other Talos down to 2 wounds left. So. It's interesting, very interesting. We'll be back at the end of Deathwatch turn 4.
Kind of out of toys.
We're out of tricks. Deathwatch dude fell back. This squad murderized my poor Talos over here. But it did take most of the shooting. I was proud of him. He weathered a bit. This guy's hanging out. That's it. No charges, none of that kind of shenaniganizing. Still scores line breakers, so he still gets the 4 for that. Once this Talos dies, he gets another 5 for Cold, whatever that is, Alien, I think?
Cult Order.
Cult Order. Yeah, so, all right, Drukhari turn 4. All right, the end of the Drukhari turn 4. Talos came over here, charged this guy, ate him for lunch, piled into these guys. They came back and took 4 wounds off of him. So that was pretty hefty, pretty good amount of damage. These guys did deploy scramblers for the last time. So I got 10 points for that, plus the Talos was holding this command point for another 10. So I've actually finished my my primary scoring, which is why the Talos left with abandon. Down to 1 unit left for the Deathwatch, and like 1.5 units left for the Drukhari. So the last turn is beginning. We'll see what happens at the end of Deathwatch turn 5. Alright, mighty combat ensued. The Talos very nearly died, but he ignored 1 wound on power from Bane. And then he rolled a 6 up to ignore the power fist that crunched him in the face. So this is where we stand at the end of Deathwatch turn 5. There. That's where we are. Those guys are still there, so we are, yes, Drukhari are going to win this on points. He is going to hit me first in my fight phase. I guess I could fly away from you, and then you won't hit me. So I might do that instead. That's what I'm going to do. He's going to fly away and leave the Terminators all by themselves, so they're not going to kill him, because that would be another 5 points for Jaden, and I'm feeling stingy. So that'll be the end of the turn, and I guess we'll call that the end of the game. He flies out of combat. No shooting for him. He has left. It's a good game. That was fun. That was a good game. Yeah. It was pretty wild. Deathwatch are fun. They had some rules in there that just really shocked me, and then the Incarn did nothing.
Deathwatch have some wonderful rules of the edition. They're no longer as bonkers in certain aspects. Like the frag cannons are not nearly as strong.
Yeah.
But they are.
Shotguns are.
Shotguns are very strong. Especially they are absolutely devastating in tactical doctrine.
Yeah.
Worm's breath shells are insane.
That was not my favorite thing of the day. No, it's a very fun game, sir. Thanks for joining me and thrashing around with the Drukhari here.
Absolutely.
Yes, good times. You're welcome. We will catch you later. It's been another Kitchen Table Wargaming Battle Report. All done. See you later.